Good, bro.
What's it do?
So, can we get back to those contradictions I was laying out against God?
Yeah.
Okay, so God being all just, right?
Mhm.
Do you believe, bro, like in your heart, do you believe that it is fair for someone to get indefinite punishment for finite crimes?
I mean, yeah. It just depends as to the one you've committed the crime against.
And it was that.
Are you are you sinning or committing a crime against someone that is infinite or of infinite dignity? If that's the case, then yeah, I would say that the punishment warrants an infinite punishment
How though?
because the dignity
How is
of
that?
the dignity of the one that you're going against is infinite. So the greater the dignity
God
of the
has dignity?
like the that which should be warranted respect or reverence, right? So if God is that which should warrant infinite respect, right, or reverence, then when you go against that, then the punishment can be infinite. The same way that like your dignity, or like I guess
How could
the way in which you're looked at, or the respect that you warrant, right, is less than that of the president. So if I were to commit a crime against you, that's different than if I were to commit a crime against the president. Or if I say, for instance, if I get into a car accident with you, I'm probably not going to go to jail. But if I run into a police officer, I'm probably going to go to jail because the one in whom I've just sinned against or committed a crime against is of more dignity.
yeah, but you would be getting a finite punishment
These
though.
are finite people, right? So, but
Right.
you understand the concept that as we go up the ranks, the punishment is greater because of the one who you just sinned against. Now, when you go up to the highest rank of one who is of infinite dignity and you sin against them, will not your punishment be that much more greater?
Well, no, because okay, how do you infinitely respect God?
You dedicate your life and your soul to him. That which he created, you give back unto him.
Is your life infinite?
If you abide with him, you will have everlasting life.
If you abide with him, you so
Yeah,
if
you
I
were not
abide with God,
created.
I'll live forever.
Mhm.
So why hasn't no Christian in the history of the world ever lived forever?
What are you talking about? They have.
I don't believe so. I'm pretty
The
sure no one has lived past the age of 130. So I don't know what you mean.
Oh, so when we say like live forever, it doesn't mean that this physical existence that you're seeing is going to go on forever. In the new heaven, new earth, then yeah, that's what Christians would affirm. But here, um, but here, right, while we're here, we dedicate our lives to Christ, to God. We align our wills with Him, and then when we leave this body, our soul lives on forever. You weren't created to cease to exist because you're made in the image of God, and God doesn't cease to exist. So it's a good thing that you exist. Now whether you align your will with him and exist with him forever, or you align your will against him so when you're with him it feels like hell, that's up to you.
So do you have evidence of existence before you I guess made your physical form on Earth? Like do you have evidence of existence prior to that or after that?
What do you mean?
Like do you have like cuz what I'm trying to get at is that our lives here on Earth in reality is finite.
Hmm.
So any like quote unquote sins that you commit against God are all finite. Like so us receiving a punishment if there is an afterlife for eternity is kind of unjust.
Nah,
because
not so like all you're saying, you have to just like understand the principle of what you're saying. So at the base level, and if you can understand that at the base level, then you should be able to understand that at the higher level. At the base level, we understand that when we do things, the punishment might be longer than the sin or the crime, right? For example, if I put my hand on a stove, right? The consequence of that is going to last longer than the time that I put my hand on a stove. So we can do things that have lasting effects that last a lot longer than what was originally done, right? So when we sin against God, although the sin may happen within time, we are aligning our will away from God. So the consequence of said sin could last a lot longer than what was originally done or the time it took to originally do said thing.
yeah, but they still all fall under finite though.
Yeah,
Like
so
that's why
here's the thing.
it would end like it would be a point in time where the consequences of said thing would end. When you
No,
get cast to hell, that's infinitely,
not
that's
necessarily.
eternal.
No, so like imagine it like this, right? Imagine if you're on your deathbed, right? And you're dying. We don't know how long you have to live, but we do know that you're going to die. We have a cure for you. And we say keep saying here, take this medicine, take this medicine, take this medicine, it will make you well. You keep saying
Hmm.
no. I'm not going to take the medicine. Once
Right.
you die, you're dead forever, right?
Right.
You've rejected all chances to be made well.
Yeah.
So now all of those finite decisions you have made now stand forever when you could have avoided death if you had taken the medicine. Now, in this example, that's what we're trying to avoid, essentially, or we're able to avoid because of the death and resurrection of Christ. We are able to avoid death because of the medicine that Christ gives us through his incarnation and his death and resurrection. Now, if you deny that, it eventually gets to a point after you die where you are dead forever. You have rejected the medicine for everlasting life, and you will now remain dead forever.
Yeah, but that's looking at it as if death is a punishment when
It is. It's a
no, that would
consequence.
just be no, the punishment, the torment that I was going through while I was sick was being sick, was the symptoms from being sick. And I rejected a cure, and I ended up eventually passed away from not taking the cure. So that would mean that that ends my torment forever. That's all, like that ends the punishment. I don't receive punishment in an afterlife for eternity.
No,
That's the
so
difference.
yeah,
Like eternity is not eternal.
eternity is not eternal.
No, no, I ain't say eternity is not. I was saying it's not eternal. Like my torment wouldn't be eternal,
Yeah,
but
so
if I go to hell, my torment would be eternal. Is what
yeah,
I'm
so
saying.
you have to understand what hell is, which is why I brung up the analogy. So death is a consequence of our sin and our corrupted nature, our fallen nature, according to the Christian paradigm. So death is something that we experience because of the fall that happens within the garden. Now, in regards to hell, hell is what you experience when you align yourself away from God. Because at the end of the day, you're going to be in the presence of God. Right? Now, whether you've rejected God is going to determine what that experience is like. So you're not created to cease to exist, which is why one of the reasons as to why the incarnation happens, because it wasn't fitting for the image of God to cease to exist. So he,
So okay, so could you explain what hell is to me? Is it physical or is it metaphysical? Like what is hell? Like what is that state of reality like? What is hell?
yeah, so hell is like a state of being, a state of existence when you've turned yourself away from God. You've aligned your will away from God.
So it has nothing to do with after death.
No, so after death or when we die, our will is
Mhm.
kind of fixed. So for example, if I'm rolling a ball down a hill, right, and I'm trying to control it to make sure that it goes where I want it to go. Death is like me no longer being able to control it. So whatever way in which that ball was going, by the time I die, the ball continues to go in that direction. So if you're rolling your ball away from God, when you're in the presence of God, you're going to hate it. And that's the state of being that you're in. That's what you're going to experience, right? Depending on which tradition you take.
So you're saying that hell would be like whatever bad experiences I experience while being on Earth, that I would experience that. Like I'm not understanding
Nah,
what you mean.
I didn't say that. So for example, right? If you're in a good relationship with your girl, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Y'all in good relationship, she come up, she give you a hug and a kiss as she's supposed to do, right?
Hmm.
Boom, everything good because y'all in good relation, right? Now, if for some reason you guys fall out, you no longer in good relationship with her, right? You don't want her
All right.
love. She comes up to give you the same hug and kiss that she did the day before, but now you don't want it,
All right.
right? That same love now feels smothering, right? It's like, oh, get off of me. So what you're going to experience is God's love. Now, whether or not you've aligned your will with God, whether you like God, you've accepted his grace, you want God in your life, is going to determine how you experience that love. Now, that love can either feel comforting, like how you and your girl feel comforting with love, when you guys are good, or it can feel like hell when you guys are not good. That same love, you're going to experience that same love
And where would I be experiencing this?
in the presence of God.
In the presence of God.
Hmm.
And where is God?
Where is God?
Yeah. What is he in heaven? Is he omnipresent?
Yeah,
Is he
he's
what?
he's omnipresent, but like you're gonna be in a special relationship with God.
I don't know that. I'm not. I'm still kind of a little confused on what the state of hell is like. Like I don't know, but
Do you want stuff to read on hell?
yeah. What does the Bible say hell is like? What does the Bible have to say about hell?
The Bible has a lot to say about hell, but it's pretty much the lack of communion with God, right? You're outside of the um like the feast. You're outside of this communion that you're supposed to have with God. So there's a lot of suffering. There's this weeping, there's this gnashing of teeth
And this is all part of God's plan, right? Like,
to send people to hell.
yeah.
No, he doesn't want people to go to hell. No, you
Well,
ultimate.
how so? But he's all knowing.
No,
You
he
know. It's like you
desires.
you, you
He
believe
so
we have free will.
God desires all people to be saved. That's the reason why he came in the flesh. He literally,
But he knows what decisions are going to be made,
yeah, but that
right?
doesn't mean that he causes you to make said decisions. Now, for example, right, you're like you can still be used, whether or not you choose to accept God, you can still be used for the betterment of somebody else's salvation. For example, there's 102 people in here right now. There could be somebody in here that has the same questions and is listening to the answers and then comes to Christ because of the answers that are being given, right? So even though you're choosing to reject God, you can still be pivotal in somebody's coming to Christ and accepting salvation. Therefore, it would still be a good thing for you to be created and for you to have your freedom of choice and free will and to use it in a way. It would still be a good thing. Although God would want you to be saved, even if you choose not to, you could still be used in order to help somebody else.
All right. But my thing is though, God already knows what decisions are going to be made. Okay, think of the universe as is linear, right? Like you feel like the universe is linear, correct? Like time goes from past, present to future, correct?
Sure.
Okay, so if we're looking at the universe linear, God knows let's just say from the Big Bang to the Big Crunch, right? He knows everything that's going to happen.
Hmm.
All right. How does someone have free will when every action is predetermined?
Well, we're not saying that every action is predetermined. You just asserted that.
Then God isn't all knowing.
Yeah, so God, like knowing something doesn't mean that you cause said thing to happen. There's a good clip of like
Yeah.
explaining this concept. I could show you if you want. It's from a show. It's a pretty cool clip. I could show you, but like it is from a show. But like
So is God not the creator in your worldview?
no, he's the creator.
He's the creator.
Hmm.
That's another thing too about him changing, but I'll get to that later. So if he's the creator, then that means he's the cause of the universe, right? Like he created the universe. There would, in your worldview, he's necessary. Like there wouldn't be a universe without God. So ultimately,
Crawling
he's
across.
supposed to know he's supposed to know everything. He knows every action that's going to be like made. He also started the actions. He created the actions. So how does one have free will? That's not free will.
Here, here. Uh, I'm gonna show this clip because somebody asked to show it. So I'm gonna show it to you. It's like 15 seconds. All right. Um, hold up. Okay. So here, I'm hoping that this will help you.
Crawling across a table.
If the baby continues, it will fall.
That's clear to you long before it is to the child. You have foresight, while the baby does not.
But that doesn't mean you've taken the baby's free will.
So very simple. So what they do is they're showing the example of foreknowledge and how foreknowledge doesn't equal causation. So it says like imagine a baby is crawling across a table. The baby will keep crawling long, and you know that the baby is gonna fall long before the baby knows that because you have foreknowledge. But it doesn't mean that you've taken away that baby's free will. That baby still has the ability to choose to continue to crawl or not. This is just an analogy. It's just an example.
But okay, now I have one question. I have one golden question. Who
Golden
placed the
question.
baby on the table?
Who placed
Who
the
put the
baby on the
baby?
table?
Who put the baby in the position to walk across the table?
Well,
Would
in
that be
the
that old lady in that clip that I just seen?
yeah, as
So
in
in that analogy, the old lady would represent God. Am I not correct?
I mean you can, but the whole purpose is just to show that just because somebody has knowledge about a situation doesn't mean that it now causes he now causes that situation to happen, especially if a being has free will or freedom of choice. That's the whole purpose of the analogy. So
Yeah, I understand that. Yeah, the
just
baby.
because God has foreknowledge, it does not now mean that God now causes said thing to happen.
Okay, you're right. It's not that he knows that the reason why he's not the. I cannot speak right now. Sorry. Him knowing all things isn't the cause. I get that, but he still is the cause, though, right?
So he's not the cause of your sin, right? Like you
How is
could
he not the cause of? How is
it,
he not the cause of sin if
if
he's the
you're
creator?
yeah, so he created you with free choice, with free will. So you are the cause of your sin. He created you to align yourself with the good. You decided not to align yourself with the good. Now, he knew that you wouldn't align yourself with the good, but it does not mean that he caused you to not align yourself with the good.
Yeah, but that's still like that's still a contradiction
What's the contradiction?
because you're saying God is the one who created us, right? He knows what we will do before we do it. Therefore, we do not have free will.
That's an awful
already
argument, bro. You got
it's already predetermined, bro.
no, it's not, bro.
Yes, it is. It
If
is.
we were
Like,
if we were saying that God causes us to do the things that we do, then yeah, everything would be predetermined. We're not saying that God causes us to do these things.
yes, he does because bro. Yes, he does cause it because he's the one who created it. He is the reason for it. It wouldn't be here without him
Is
creating it.
the creator of cause the reason for car accidents? I mean, the creator of cars the reason for car accidents?
Is the creator of cars the reason for car accidents?
Yeah, he's the cause of all car accidents.
No, he's not. I mean,
Okay, so just
I
because
mean,
you create something doesn't mean that you are now the cause of what people do with your creation and their free will.
then he would be the creator of cars would be the cause of car accidents
Okay,
because
so
he's the one who
every
created.
single car
Yeah, he's
accident,
the one. He's
every
the
single
one. He's the one. Look, you look.
Mhm.
Yes, you think about it. Like. I mean, morally, you probably wouldn't put him at fault morally, but he is the ultimate cause of every single car
So
accident
wait,
that
hey,
happens
do you
because
got a
he's the
kid?
creator of
Do you have a
cars. So
kid?
yeah,
Do you have a kid?
I don't have a kid.
All right, so when you have a kid, like your mom, your dad, they knew that you was gonna mess up, right? Are they the reason as to why you messed up?
I mean, them ultimately having sex and me being born. Yes,
So
yes.
it's they fault. It's they fault that
It's
you
not.
messed
No,
up.
they're not at fault. They're not at fault.
So
They're not at fault
the
morally,
problem,
but they
okay, so
would be
then
the cause. Yeah.
the problem that you're so there's a difference in between like causes. There's like indirect causes and direct causes. You're trying to put a direct causation on sin or on God. But then when we just condescend or like we just bring it lower, that analogy lower to just what we see today, you understand that no, they are not the direct cause of these said things that go wrong.
But yeah, but you're saying that God is all knowing and the creator. So that's like you saying he's both at the same time. So him being the creator and then also knowing ultimately what every decision every person is going to make, like it contradicts itself.
You're just saying that, but you haven't provided an argument. So uh, I'm gonna I'm gonna let you go and feel free to come back. I'm gonna keep praying for you.
All right, bad bro.
God bless, man.